GuitarLessons.com, the #1 name in guitar lessons online.
Hey everybody, in this GuitarLessons.com gear review, we're going to be taking a look at the THD Flexi 50. It's really cool amps. $19.99 is the normal price you're going to see if you look online or something for this thing. There are a ton of cool features on it. A couple of my favorite ones are you can go down to 20 or 50 watts. And the way this thing is made, you can put almost pretty much virtually any power tube or preamp tube in here, swap them out to kind of customize your own sounds. What else we got here, Sal?
Well, we'll start from the left side over here. Of course, this is designed and set up with the idea of a Marshall Flexi in mind. So you've got your volume, treble, middle, bass, and then your master is foot switchable on and off. So what that's going to do is it totally takes the master out of the loop, because your volume is where you get your gain. That's where you push your tubes into overdrive. Also, there's a bright on and off switch. It's also the master on and off. It's foot switchable or with a switch, a boost, which this boost, it adds in an extra preamp tube for more drive and more punchiness, more gain, instead of changing channels like a lot of the amps are nowadays. So it's foot switchable boost, and it's really effective. It's got its own tone knob, goes from really woody, kind of a very classic sound. When you crank this tone, goes into just a lot punchier, a lot tighter sound, a little more high. It's got your cut here. It's kind of a negative roll-off. The idea is like a presence knob, but it doesn't affect where your EQ is in the line. It's its own animal. You have to really, I highly recommend playing one and spending some time with it, because this is the most versatile amp I've ever owned. I've owned tons of other brands, some really high quality stuff, everywhere from Mesa Boogie things, their Mark IVs, that kind of deal, all the way into some PVs and just other things. But this guy right here will do it all for me.
Let's take a closer look at on the inside. We'll show you how you can change the tubes on, and we'll give you a close-up of the front and the back too.
Okay, this is the close-up of the front of the Flexi 50. Start with the obvious input. Your low and high for your input. It changes the way your preamp tubes run. Got your volume, your kind of a pre-volume, treble, middle, and bass. This is your bright switch here for on and off. Your gain for the boost channel, gain and tone knobs, and it's also switchable on and off, as well as being foot switchable. Your master on and off here, and obviously your knob. Your cut, got the 50 to 20 watt switch. You switch right back and forth right here on the front. Obvious standby switch because it is a tube amp, and your on and off power switch. Okay, the back of the Flexi 50, got your fuse, got where your power cord plugs in. These are also more fuses. Right here, I do want to mention, anytime you change your tubes, you have to rebias the amp, but it's all self-explanatory right here on the back. It tells you all you need is your voltmeter, and your little inputs right here, and the adjustment knobs. So all you need is a voltmeter and a small flathead screwdriver, and it's all laid out right here for you. Of course, the autograph by Andy Marshall, who's the designer. The effects loop, send and return, master and boost, which are foot switchable. I love the switch here. You switch this switch on or off, and it makes your high input gain come in when you switch your boost channel, or not if you don't want it to. Your line out level for your effects loop. The instrument or line, if you are going to recording, you can switch it to your line level and go straight into a board or straight into a different recording device. And of course, this is a 10 kilo ohm line out for your like a slave amp. Super easy to use jacks for your speaker cabinets. 4, 8, or 16 ohm with this one switch here if you're running one, or you switch that down, running second speaker cabinet, 2 or 4 ohms. So when you're mixing and matching cabinets, it's super easy to pick out which one that you need to use. Okay, talk about ease of access. No screwdrivers involved like with other amps. There's 2 thumb screws on each end. The cover pulls right off. Now, what we have in here, another pro that I love about this amp is everything that you need to know is written on the amp. It's printed on it somewhere so that you don't have to go digging for your manual. These are all the different preamp tubes you can use. There's a list all the way from 12AX7, 7025s. A lot of tubes I'd never heard of before I got this amp. All the power amp tubes are listed here also, and it's super easy to use. You pull these springs off, pull your tube up right here, pop in your new tube, rebias on the back, and you're good to go. Okay, this is one of my favorite clean tones. It's pretty simple, clear. Alright, now we're going to go to a little bit more push tone. Let's see, we'll get our volume up to get a little more into the gain, treble. This amp has a lot of bass. So very seldom do you get your bass up above, say, 12 o'clock. And so, here we go. Okay, here we go into a little more dirty territory. We're going to use the foot switchable boost, which also brings in the extra preamp tube in the input. Got our gain cranked here. Now this master, THD is famous for their hot plate power attenuators built into this guy, so you can have it at normal listening levels even though, say, your volume is cranked here. Alright, now we're talking about the pros and cons of this guy. Some of the pros are this gig bag. It's ultra padded, super high quality construction, great shoulder strap, excellent for getting to and from your show.
Comes with it.
Comes with the amp, with the head. Also, pros are the versatility of sound. You can go anywhere you need to, and it just sounds fantastic and super clean. Lot less noise.
Only cons I could come up with this one was it can do so much, and you can do so many different things with all the tubes that it may take you a while to really focus in and decide on what you actually like. And it's $2,000. If you're on a budget, that may be too much, but you really get what you pay for with this amp.
That's exactly right. One of the best things I've seen is the quality of construction with this guy. It's hand built, and I haven't had to use them, but I've read a lot of reviews from people that say their service department is second to none. They say the head technician will actually get on the phone with you and spend as much time as you need to if there's ever any problems, or you just have questions about how the amp runs. You call them up and they'll spend time with you.
Sweet. Check out the Flexi 50. It's a pretty cool amp.